Okay, so in this video I'm going to talk about some of my personal stories that I had to share while living in China.
Did you say China? And did you just say dong?
Yes, Seth, I'm afraid so. I had my good times in China as well as some bad times as well. Okay, first let's talk about the good times. Let's see, I remember when I first arrived, I kind of felt like I could do whatever I wanted. Within reason, of course. I remember sometimes it seemed like it was way too easy to make friends. I remember during the first 2 months being in China, I met a really nice girl at a restaurant. We will just call her Lily. We seen each other now and again, and eventually we got serious. I also remembered meeting one of her friends, which I got somewhat close to as well, and she was a very nice girl to hang out with from time to time. Then, of course, there's my friend Jessica, another close friend who meant the world to me. I couldn't really see her as much as I wanted to due to her 10-hour work days. Some foreigners were quite decent as well, and it's always good to meet foreigners from different countries. One of my old friends, who we will just call Brad, seemed all nice, up until I witnessed him tossing firecrackers at the locals and hitting on my girlfriend. Those are the people you gotta kinda stay away from. One of my personal favorite stories is the time when I took my girlfriend through a haunted house.
Come on, Rainbow!
Oh, you know me! I'm easy to be scared!
Yeah, here we go. Go on. Yeah, you first.
You have to protect me!
Yes, I will protect you. Come on! Rainbow, come on! Come on, Rainbow! You don't have a choice now! You don't have a choice! I got the tickets, I paid the money, you have to come! Yeah.
I also remembered going to a tea shop from time to time, and despite the limited English the owner and other workers had, I always found it a pleasure to be with them. When I think about China in general, my biggest positive highlight would be some of the few people I've met which alone were worth the time that I spent there. Since I have been teaching at different schools over the years that I've been in China, I cannot tell you just how much of a relief it is to go from a bad school to one where the management and Chinese assistant teachers actually like and respect you. Kind of makes the classes and your overall work life go a lot easier when you actually feel like you are accepted as a person, especially when you are given the option to teach them your own lessons outside the regular curriculum.
We are different people. We speak different languages. Huh? We have different faces, but inside we are same. Same, but different. But still same. Thank you. Konnichiwa.
On to our next topic, no dogs or foreigners allowed. Sometimes you just gotta rant. Be honest, I never realized that I stuck out like a sore thumb the way that I did. I remember living specifically in Deyang in Sichuan province. Well, it didn't go so well and I told my recruiter to move me out of that city, yet it turned out they were planning to anyway. I learned that many local people, especially guys, can be quite jealous of foreigners.
Motherfucking peanut butter and jealous!
So, I'm walking down the streets one day and I meet two nice girls in the public square near McDonald's. They seemed very nice, and I'm a bit of a novelty to them. While we were sitting at a restaurant having a meal, two guys came up to us. They seemed friendly. One guy talks to the two girls, the other guy talks to me. I only knew him as Jason, so later they asked me and the two girls to go back with them to the clothing store the two guys worked at. Jason had the idea to go to a KTV, all five of us on Friday night. Sure thing. Friday afternoon came. I sent a message and asked the girls what time we were going to meet. They said they were busy. I messaged Jason. No response. I go to Chengdu for the weekend instead. Come back on Monday. Drop in, visit Jason. He tells me they went out to the KTV that night. I ask why he didn't contact me. He told me he had to go back to work and he couldn't talk. I realized then that they were peanut butter and jealous.
He's putting KY jealous all over
Okay, James
his...
Franco, that's enough out of you. No offense, but I liked you better when you were the Green Goblin from Spider-Man 3. So anyway, after I moved out of De Young, I messaged Jason and I told him that the two girls told me everything he said. He got angry. I was in a different city. Too bad for him.
Hate us because they ain't us.
Exactly. They hate us because they ain't us. That's a great saying, okay?
Hate us because they ain't us!
They hate us because they ain't us.
This was when I learned what local pride was all about. Those evil foreign teachers are no match for me and my Chinese muscles. I met another girl. She was really nice. Walked down the streets with her. Every person we passed on the streets would look back at us, and many would look at her like she committed a crime or something. Yet she was very sweet, and she kept in contact with me for a very long time. Last but not least, some schools that I worked for were very unprofessional and lacked respect for foreign teachers. The end.
The end! Ah!